And next up at UFC Fight Night, Oliveira taking on Bautista. We've got Dustin Jacoby taking on Julius Walker. Old lion, young lion, Carlos, who you going with?
I got to go with that old lion here. I'm going with Jacoby to get it done. Walker's game, ready to mix it up on the feet. Just be able to get this fight in close, pretty much. But that's going to be the wrong decision. Kobe's not going to allow him to get that close without eating something on the way in. And Julius Walker has no head movement. He doesn't keep a high guard. He doesn't really move his feet just to go forward. He doesn't change angles. And he's going to eat some shots from Jacoby. And Jacoby's a big guy. He's a heavy striker. And he has pretty good takedown defense. You know what I mean? And I don't think Walker has very good takedown. So I think that's just a recipe for disaster, and I think that's also a recipe that'll get Jacoby the victory. So I'm going with Jacoby to get it done.
Yeah, I look at Jacoby as a pretty much a decent gatekeeper. Excuse me, a decent gatekeeper for the top 15 here. He's a guy that realistically, when you look at his skill set, he keeps fights on the feet and he has good kickboxing. He's a guy that if you can't really do anything spectacular, especially at 205, he is a guy that's going to mangle you on the feet. And if you can't take him down with high-level wrestling, he will beat you on the feet. And Julius Walker, to me, he's just a good athlete. He's not a guy that has a good skill set inside of the cage. He is a good athlete. He looks to try and, kind of get body locks, trip takedowns, and ultimately get you to the mat. He is not going to be able to do that here against Dustin Jacoby. He had a very, sort of sloppy back and forth fight against Rafael Sequeira. I know Carlos is one of Carlos's favorite fighters. And he's a guy that I just don't really see being able to do anything here against Dustin Jacoby, even though Jacoby is 37, obviously coming towards the end of his, or the tail end of his career, in my opinion. I think he's still got plenty in the tank to be able to beat a guy like Julius Walker. Even if Walker pushes the pace, I think he's just going to get caught at some point by a much more technical striker. And I do think in this fight that Julius Walker is just going to be completely out of his depth. One of my more confident picks, which is crazy for me to say here as a 37-year-old. I'm normally bashing the old heads, but I do think that Justin Jacoby is going to be able to keep this one on the feet, land the harder shots, and maybe even find the knockout blow here. So give me Dustin Jacoby here in a knockout victory.